To be or not to be? That is the question. I love Hamlet. I think it's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I love Romeo and Juliet, love Hamlet, love Macbeth. I've read all of them. Well, not all of them because there's a lot. I've read a lot of them. I have a whole collection of them actually. And this has always been, I think, my favorite one. I think Macbeth might be a little bit better as a play, but I don't know. I haven't decided. I like it a lot. I've read it a few times, and I actually got to do some scenes from it for school. That was really fun. So yeah, I was really excited to see this one because I haven't seen a full-length feature film for Hamlet. I saw the one with David Tennant in it, but I don't think that was full length. I think it was only 2.5 hours. I don't remember, but I like that one. But anyway, today we're talking about Hamlet. Hamlet was released in 1996, and it was written and directed by Kenneth Branagh. I should mention Kenneth Branagh is, I think, a genius. I really do think that. So I've only seen 3 films of his, I believe, and that was Thor, which I didn't really love, but I didn't hate either. Dead Again, which I loved, and this movie, which I really, really like. I think his directing style is really cool. I think that his writing works very well, and he's a good actor. I mean, it's just strange how he can do all of it, and we're just yes, do your thing. I really, really do like it a lot, and I appreciate him. I just want to say that I'm excited to watch more of his stuff, which I don't think I will for a while, unfortunately. I don't have any plans for any Branagh films next year, but hopefully in 2023 we can revisit him because I think he's absolutely brilliant. No spoilers? I mean, if you don't know what Hamlet's about, maybe there will be some spoilers, but I'll try my best. There's a prince named Hamlet, and Hamlet's father dies. And so his uncle marries his mom so he can be king. And at this point, we see a ghost, and the ghost is of the dead King Hamlet, who appears before Hamlet and is you need to go avenge me because it was your uncle who killed me with this poison. And so Hamlet's I got you, boo. And so he goes, and he attempts to find out for sure if it was his uncle who killed his father, and then if so, it is his job to seek revenge for his father. That is the short version of the longest movie I've ever watched. And I think that is literal. I think this is literally the longest movie I've ever watched. I can't remember watching anything longer. I mean, I'm watching Schindler's List on Saturday. I think it's 3.5 hours. So, 2 really long movies in a row right before finals. We'll be fine. We're going to get through it. Because next week we're doing Spider-Man, so it's then it'll be fine. Those are also pretty long, but they're really fun, so they're not sad like most of the other movies that are really long. Well, I guess they're, no, we're not talking about that. Hamlet, I like it. I like it a whole lot. I think that the directing style works really well. The writing is good, so it is written by Kenneth Branagh, but I think it's almost literally word for word from Shakespeare's Hamlet. I don't know that for sure, but it feels like it. I love movies that are written in Old English. I really do. Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it was Baz Luhrmann that did that one. I love that. I loved it a lot. I really enjoyed it. And I like this one a lot too. And I just want to say that if you are turned off by the idea of it being Old English, challenge yourself a little bit. Honestly, I think you'll understand it more than you think you will. Just sit there and just let it absorb you. For me, I don't know. I've always understood Old English. I've always been able to get it really quickly. I don't really know why. I might have had really good English teachers. I don't know. But I've always been able to interpret it really, really fast. And I sat here for 4 hours watching this movie, and there's nothing that I didn't understand. I understood all of it. I say 4 hours. It was probably, I think it was 1 hour increment, 1 hour increment, and then a 2 hour increment. But still, 4 hours today was ridiculous. But I didn't miss a beat. I mean, it really just, I think that if you just start, you'll get it. And I think that it's reasonable to believe that you won't. I think that, it is a scary thing to do. It's like watching a movie in a different language and having to read the subtitles for the first time. It's scary. You don't want to do it. But once you do, you'll realize you're better at it than you thought you were. So don't let that deter you from this beautiful film. So, just a little word. Kenneth Branagh is a genius in this movie, but the reason we actually watched this movie is for Robin Williams, who is in the movie briefly. He is in the final act, and that is it. He is literally there. He shows up, and he's like, hey, this guy wants to duel ya. That's pretty much all he says in the entire film. And, first of all, I do want to say that I do think that Robin Williams was misplaced in this film. I don't think he was actually that great in this film. I don't think he was very good. He kind of stood out as like this really awkward. I was like, that's Robin Williams. Like even Kenneth Branagh and like all the other fantastic actors in this movie, like Kate Winslet, I was like, that's Ophelia. Didn't have any problem with that. But anytime he was on screen, which granted wasn't a lot, I was like, that is Robin Williams. And I just feel like it was a distraction and it didn't add anything to the film. They probably could have had anybody play that role and it would have been fine. So I don't really know what the choice about that was. But that's the reason why I watched it, and it's definitely not up there in terms of, like, Robin Williams' performances. It's not great. It's just, like, really average. But in terms of a movie that has Robin Williams in it, it is very much so towards the top. This movie is fantastic. The music is good. The pacing is well done. The end of the movie is a little frustrating. Like, I think after the intermission, which there is an intermission, probably because they had to change reels because the film would have been way too long for a 4-hour movie, which it was shot on film, so I'm sure they had to switch canisters at some point. But anyway, I think that the end is a little fractured and weird and kind of annoying because it doesn't feel right. But that is Shakespeare for you. Shakespeare's like fourth acts are never my favorite. They're never good in like anything I've seen. And the fifth act of every Shakespeare play is almost exactly the same. So I'm just like, okay, yep. Let's get through it. I'm done. By the time the intermission happened, I was kind of ready to check out. I was like, hey, I'm ready for this to be over. Was it a monumental thing to do to get the entire thing out there for 4 hours? Yes, I agree. Do we need it? I don't think so. I don't think we needed like all of Act 4. Almost nothing happened. The gravedigger scene was fine, but like it was a little long because they did the whole thing. And like we just didn't need all of it, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it's a beautiful film. I love it. I really do. It is a movie that I actually would consider watching again. I wonder if I can get this on 4K in a steelbook. That'd be pretty cool. But I do really enjoy this film, and I recommend you watch it, even if it's something that you think that you will not enjoy. I promise you, you will find like something really good about this film to like enjoy. I really do think that you will. I think almost anyone can enjoy this film, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Hamlet an A. Have you seen Hamlet? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. Again, please consider checking it out. It really is good. I watched it on YouTube. It was like, I think, $3 to rent, so really not too bad. I bet it's streaming somewhere. I couldn't find anything, so if you can, put it in the comments down below where you found it. Unless it's illegal, then don't put it in the comments because I delete those comments because we don't support illegal downloads here because it is illegal and doesn't give credit to artists, so. Anyway, please consider subscribing. Once I get to 200 subscribers, I'm going to be doing an 8-hour-long live variety show that you're not going to want to miss, so definitely consider doing that. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.